Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. And yeah, I know I haven't made a video in a while, and this quarantine, look at your boy, bro. Jesus Christ, I haven't had a haircut in like almost 2 months, and yeah, I want this like quarantine. And anyways, I actually picked up a new car, and this was like a steal, guys. Like, I don't know, I'm just gonna take you to the car so you guys could check it out. So it's a 1989 Nissan 240SX. I just picked it up. I'll give you guys more details about it once I get home. I'm just gonna wash the car because it's super filthy. I'm at my close car wash, and usually there's always a lot of people that wash the cars here. So I'm just gonna wash it real quick, and then I'm gonna head home, and then I'm just gonna give you guys as much details on how I purchased this car. So it's $2.50 for 4 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and put $2.50. One, got one more quarter, and 4 minutes. I went ahead and added like 11 minutes. The car is nice and clean. Went ahead and just like pressure washed everything because it was all black and nasty. As for the body, the passenger side is really good. There's no dings, just a couple of scratches. Everything is clean. The only thing that's wrong in the back is that the centerpiece is actually broken. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I have a spare one because I actually replaced my other taillights for my other 240 with the Altezza taillight, so I have a spare center garnish centerpiece. As for the driver's side, there's actually a dent right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but all I gotta do is just pop it out and that'll be solid. Now this is the problem with the car, is that it has a messed up fender. I double checked it and the frame is straight. It's just the fender that's messed up, but the guy was nice enough to actually give me a new fender. I actually have it right there. It's that black fender right there. So I actually have a fender for it, so I can go ahead and replace that. But right now I'm just gonna let the car dry for a bit. I'm gonna wipe it down, and then I'm gonna drive home and just give you guys a full spec detail of the car, because there's actually some cars that are pulling up behind me and they're waiting for their turn to wash their car. I made it back to my house and I just went inside to get some water because it's really hot. It's like 98 or 97 degrees outside, so it's super hot. But yeah, we got my 240 there. You know, that's the 240 I started the channel on, and we got the other 240. So let's get into details about this 240. So the way I found this 240 is that right now I am currently working for Amazon. So pretty much I'm a driver for them, and I'm just, you know, delivering packages, dropping them off. And my last stop was in a certain street that I've been seeing this car sit for like a month, because my route has been the same for the past month, and this car has been sitting there for a month, parked the same, hasn't moved. And I was just so curious because I would always see it when I passed by, and I'm like, I wonder if the person is, you know, willing to sell it. Like I honestly didn't know that this person was actually trying to get rid of it, but I was just really curious to know if he was actually gonna sell it. I left a note on the guy's windshield. I left my name, number, explained pretty much if he wanted to sell the car. He contacted me the next day, and we were just talking on the phone. And then he pretty much told me if I really wanted the car, we can meet up tomorrow morning, and then I can show you around the car. I could turn it on for you. Pretty much, when you sell a car, you pretty much do, you know, you check the car, check the tires, do all that good stuff. After that, we're just talking numbers, and then he pretty much told me, like, if you really want it, just give me $900 and it's yours. Like, you can take it home. I was gonna give him the cash that same day, but he ended up had to do something, so I ended up picking it up the following day, which is this day. So I met up with him, gave him the cash, signed all the paperwork, and the car is sitting. It's clean. It's just right there. So let's go ahead and check out the car. I'll go ahead and turn it on for you, and I'll just walk you guys around the car. So let's go. So I have the keys for the new 240, and I pretty much showed you guys the exterior of the car. It was like super black. That's why I went to the car wash, and I pretty much just pressure washed the entire car. If you guys get closer to the car, you guys can see that the clear coat is actually peeling off, but that's okay. So I wanted to take you guys all the way to the driver fender. This is where it actually, this is the actual fender that's beat up. But before I purchased the car, he let me test drive it around, and the car does drive straight, and he said that he got an alignment about a year ago, so he even had the receipts of the alignment shop, and he pretty much gave me all the stuff he did to it, like maintenance, brake pads, rotors, replacing the radiator, replacing the water pump, the belts. Like, he did an entire service job in 2018, so it's about 2 years ago because we are in 2020. But the car is clean. Like, it's really nice, besides the driver passenger side, and of course the ding on the driver's side. I meant to say the driver's side fender's messed up, and the quarter panel on the driver's side has like a small ding. But it's really nice. Looks like the tint is actually like peeling off and stuff like that. There's a bunch of stuff in there that I need to clean up. So let me go inside real quick. And when I was at the car wash, I went ahead and vacuumed the carpet. I locked it. While I washed the car, I went ahead and vacuumed inside the car as well. These are all the extra parts that I have. I need to do, like, I need to clean all this stuff up. I do have the panel for this. It's somewhere around here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that back. He said that the window regulator, something's wrong with the window regulator, so I've been looking at my local 240SX page to find a new window regulator, so the window can come up and down. Probably find it on eBay, or if I get lucky and I find a 240 in a junkyard, I could go ahead and take the regulator. But that's if I find one, because usually when there's a 240 in the junkyard, everything's gone. Like, it's stripped within like a day or like in a couple hours. So this car does have power windows, so go ahead and put it in the on position real quick for you guys. And power windows. My car doesn't have power windows. I have manual windows. And of course the infamous crack dash. Every 240 has a crack dash. But we have the rear seats as well. There's like a bunch of spare parts that he gave me. This was actually the towel I took so I can dry down the car with. But glove compartment as well. That's all the service stuff that he did to it. So I went ahead and checked all that out. I even got a radio too. I don't know if it works. I'm putting the volume up, but it looks like it doesn't work. That's okay. I can figure out the wiring on it later on. So the next thing we got to do is just do a little test drive. The only flaws on this car, since it's $900, like there's always going to be flaws for a $900 car, is that it has trouble starting sometimes. When the engine's really cold, it takes you a couple tries just to start the car. But I have a feeling it's probably going to be something with the temperature sensor, because the gauge on for the temperature sensor, it acts up. Like it works when it wants to, like the gauge just goes up and down. So usually, if you guys are familiar with KA engines, a bad temperature sensor can cause hard starting, bogging issues, and a rough idle. So I'll go ahead and replace that probably today or in another video. I'll do it some other time. I do have a spare temperature sensor in my backyard from my other engine, so all I gotta do is just, you know, take that out and slap it on into this one, and we should be solid. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the car, and then we'll go for a drive. Let's go for a drive. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the car up and go ahead and push the clutch in. The clutch actually feels really good. I have to actually put some force into it. Start her up. So I'm just gonna drive down up and down the street for you guys. Let's go ahead and kick it into first gear. There's some cars passing by. I'm gonna let them pass, and then we'll go ahead and go for a little cruise. This car is like really quiet, and the actual the muffler or exhaust sounds really good as well. You guys can see when I'm driving, just pay attention to the temperature gauge. It just acts funky, like it just goes up and down. I'm in 4th gear and it shifts really good. There's no grinds, no pop outs or anything. I'll go ahead and pull over and then bust a U-turn, and we'll go ahead and park the car again at the same spot. I'll make sure no one's behind me though. One hand, and the car drives straight, not like my other car. My other car needs an alignment like bad, but this one drives really straight. I could just put the steering wheel and we're not going anywhere, we're going straight. Clean. So the previous owner showed me a trick on how to open the hood. So I have these little set of pliers. I had these in my room. So he pretty much said just grab a set of pliers, go ahead and just grab the hood latch and then pull backwards, and then it should open. So I went ahead and pulled, and the hood is actually open. I don't know if you guys can see that. So this is what the 240 is powered with, a KA single cam KA24E. So the part I'm actually gonna have to replace is this piece right here, this temperature sensor. This is the sending unit that actually goes to the car. And then if you guys can see the water pump, the brand new water pump in there. This is like the only part of the engine that's actually shiny and still gray. The rest of it's like black. I'm probably gonna pressure wash the engine as well. That way it can look nice. But factory fan shroud. These are notorious to rip as well. I want to see if there's any vacuum leaks as well. But other than that, it looks pretty solid. Brand new radiator as well. It's a stock radiator. It's not like the one that I have, a 2-row radiator. Got the bushings as well. But yeah, pretty solid. So as for everyone pretty much gonna ask me the question like, what are you gonna do with the car, because you already had other cars and you pretty much sold them, or you haven't told us the story about what happened to other cars. For this one, I'm not sure what I want to do with it, so I'll just leave it at that. As for if I want to build it, I'm not gonna do it like, I actually just want a comfortable 240. I don't want to, you know, slam it or anything. Driving it like this, like it's actually nice. It's really reliable. Not like I don't know if you guys heard, but when I was driving, you guys didn't really hear the suspension like squeak, or you know, like older cars when you're driving, they hit a bump, like you can hear the suspension squeak and stuff like that. So honestly, I don't know what I want to do with this car, so I'll just leave it at that. As for like putting, like if I wanted to do a body kit and stuff like that, I'm planning not to, because I just love the way how a 240 just looks like original. It looks really good. So As for a build, I don't know what I want to do yet, so we'll just leave it at that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that walk around, and just want to explain to you guys how I purchased the car. If you guys like the video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And like always, I'll see you guys on my next video. Later, guys.